Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, where we dive into the fascinating world of psychology to explore the complexities of human thought, emotion, and behavior. Today, we're going to talk about a concept that affects us all: sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy is a psychological phenomenon where we continue to invest time, money, or effort into something because of the resources we've already committed, even if it no longer serves us. This can lead to irrational decision-making and a waste of valuable resources. But why does this happen? Let's take a closer look. The concept of sunk cost fallacy emerged in the field of economics, but it has since been extensively studied in psychology. One of the key theories that explains this phenomenon is the theory of loss aversion, which states that we tend to fear losses more than we value gains. This means that when we've invested something into a project or relationship, we're more likely to continue investing because we don't want to lose what we've already put in. Another important concept related to sunk cost fallacy is the idea of mental accounting. Mental accounting refers to the way we mentally track and evaluate our investments, including financial, emotional, and social costs. When we've invested a lot into something, we tend to create a mental account that keeps track of these costs, making it harder for us to cut our losses and move on. Research has shown that sunk cost fallacy is a widespread phenomenon that affects people in all walks of life. For example, studies have found that people are more likely to continue investing in a failing business or relationship because of the resources they've already committed, even if it's no longer serving them. This can lead to financial losses, emotional distress, and a waste of valuable time. So, how can we recognize sunk cost fallacy in our own lives? One way is to pay attention to our thoughts and feelings when we're considering cutting our losses. Do we feel a strong sense of attachment or loyalty to the investment, even if it's no longer serving us? Are we afraid of losing what we've already put in, rather than focusing on the potential benefits of moving on? Therapeutically, recognizing sunk cost fallacy can be incredibly liberating. By acknowledging our tendency to hold on to things because of past investments, we can begin to develop more rational decision-making strategies and cultivate greater self-awareness. This might involve asking ourselves questions like, is this investment still aligned with my goals? Or, am I holding on to this relationship because of the time I've already invested, or because it's truly fulfilling? To illustrate this concept in action, let me share a case study. Imagine a person who's been working on a creative project for years, but it's not generating the expected results. Despite the lack of progress, they're hesitant to abandon the project because of the significant time and effort they've already committed. In this scenario, the person is experiencing sunk cost fallacy. By recognizing this pattern, they can take a step back and reassess their goals. They might decide to cut their losses and redirect their resources to a more promising venture, or they might find ways to reframe their approach and make the current project more viable. In addition to its practical applications, sunk cost fallacy also has important implications for our emotional intelligence and mental health. When we're able to recognize and challenge our own biases and tendencies, we can develop greater self-compassion and reduce our stress and anxiety levels. This is because we're no longer trapped by our past investments, and we're free to make choices that truly serve us. In conclusion, sunk cost fallacy is a powerful psychological concept that affects us all. By understanding this fallacy, we can develop greater self-awareness, make more rational decisions, and cultivate greater emotional intelligence. As we navigate our lives, it's essential to recognize when we're holding on to something because of the resources we've already committed, rather than because it truly serves us. Remember, sometimes the hardest thing to do is to let go, but it's often the most liberating. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.